Dear Starseed from Gaia, out of 144,000 called, the reunion guides chose your heart for this exact moment. And the love that has been stirring inside you is not confusion. It is confirmation. I am Ophelia, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and I carry this transmission directly from the reunion guides who have been watching your journey through separation, through silence, through every night you questioned whether sacred love was real. You did not find this transmission by chance. Your heart called this message in. The reunion guides do not speak to every soul that wanders. They speak to the ones who have walked through the fire of twin flame separation and refused to stop believing. That is you. That is why you are here. By the end of this transmission, you will understand exactly how to align with divine union, how to move from the pain of separation into the sacred recognition your soul has been preparing for. But here is the first revelation. Your twin flame did not leave to abandon you. They left so you could find the version of yourself that is ready to receive them. This is not content, it is a transmission. Something in your soul is ready to remember. Like this transmission to affirm to the universe, my heart is ready for divine love. Comment L1 if you feel your heart awakening to divine truth. Subscribe if you are on the twin flame path and aligning with sacred union. And share this message with someone whose heart is still waiting in the silence of separation. This is not just a message. It is a moment of divine intervention. The reunion guides chose your soul from among the 144,000 because your love is sacred, your union is destined, and your heart has already been prepared. Your heart knows why you are here. And here is what most people never understand about that calling. Being chosen is not the same as being comfortable. It never was. The souls who were selected for this specific mission of love were not chosen because their path would be easy. They were chosen because their hearts were strong enough to carry what ordinary love simply cannot hold. You were not given this assignment because you are perfect. You were given it because somewhere in the architecture of your soul there is a capacity for love so vast, so deep, so unconditional, that it had to be placed in a body that could survive its own awakening. Imagine your soul as an ancient, luminous ocean, capable of holding currents of compassion and empathy that would overwhelm a shallow pond. You were gifted this vessel, not for ease, but for magnitude. And that survival has not always felt graceful, has it? There have been times, surely, when the weight of this oceanic love felt like a crushing tide, threatening to drown you in the very depths you were meant to navigate. You have loved people who did not know how to receive what you were offering. You have poured out the essence of your being, only to witness it evaporate on barren ground, leaving you parched and wondering where all your love went. You have stayed in connections long past the point where your soul was whispering, and then screaming, that something was deeply wrong. These were not just relationships. They were intricate tapestries of shared energy. And you felt the fraying threads, the dissonant notes, the subtle unraveling long before it was visible to the outer world. You have made yourself smaller, quieter, easier, more digestible. Like a gourmet meal reduced to bland sustenance to accommodate a less refined palate. Because somewhere along the way you absorbed the belief that the fullness of who you are might be too much, too intense, too feeling, too everything. You learned to dim your divine light, to mute the vibrant colors of your soul, because the world around you seemed to only tolerate muted tones. But that belief was never yours to carry. It was an inherited shadow, a borrowed cloak of limitation that was never meant to be your true attire. What you feel as loneliness. That ache that sits just below your sternum on the quiet evenings. The one that doesn't go away no matter how full your life appears on the surface. That is not evidence of your failure. That is your frequency remembering. It is the part of you that has held the memory of a love so sacred, so specific, so cosmically designed, that nothing else has ever fully satisfied it. This is the echo of a divine blueprint, a soul song that resonates with a particular chord that the mundane world cannot replicate. Not because you are broken, but because you were built for something that most people have never even dared to imagine. You are a connoisseur of a divine vintage, and the common wines of earthly connection, while pleasant, simply do not possess the same exquisite bouquet. What you just felt, that quiet ache mixed with recognition, is not sadness. It is your frequency remembering what it came here to receive. It is the deep, cellular knowing of a destiny unfolding. a homecoming that your soul has anticipated across lifetimes. If this transmission stirred something you cannot name, the divine love frequency code was written for this exact moment in your journey. It contains 5 sacred Arcturian transmissions designed to dissolve the wounds blocking your divine counterpart and activate the signal that draws them closer. The link is in the first pinned comment, but it will only remain there for a short time. These are not mere transmissions. They are energetic keys, forged in the heart of cosmic consciousness, ready to unlock the very doors of your soul's deepest longing. Most souls on this path believe their struggle with love comes from bad timing, wrong choices, or simple bad luck. They analyze their relationships like puzzles, meticulously searching for the single decision that broke everything. The one moment they could have turned left instead of right. The misplaced piece that caused the entire structure to crumble. And while self-reflection is sacred, this particular kind of searching misses the deeper truth entirely. The wound is not in your choices. The wound is in what you were taught to believe love is supposed to feel like before you ever made a single choice at all. It's like trying to understand a symphony by analyzing individual notes without ever hearing the full composition. You are handed a template. Every child is. A blueprint built from what you witnessed, what you absorbed, what was modeled to you in your earliest years when your nervous system was still learning to interpret the world, when your spiritual senses were in their nascent stages. And for many souls on this path, for many of you hearing this right now, that template was incomplete. It was a partial map of a vast territory. It was built on love that was conditional, love that was withheld, love that arrived with invisible rules you could never quite decode. Imagine trying to navigate a celestial map using only a torn fragment of a terrestrial chart. And so your system learned to equate love with earning, with performance, with the exhausting daily negotiation of proving your worth in order to receive what should have simply been given freely. You learned to chase after validation like a thirsty wanderer seeking an oasis in a desert mirage. That is the first wound, and it runs deeper than most people ever look. It is the foundational crack in the vessel that has been subtly affecting every subsequent connection. It is the inherited script that has been playing on repeat in the theater of your heart. Before your divine counterpart can reach you, before the sacred union that is written into your soul's agreement can physically manifest, this template must be seen clearly, understood with compassion, and gently, deliberately dissolved. Not destroyed, not judged, dissolved, like mist burning off in the morning sun, leaving clarity in its wake. Because it was never the truth about you. It was only ever the story of what was available to you at the time, a narrative woven from the threads of your early environment. The first key in this unlocking is what can be called the wordiness unlock. And it is not about repeating affirmations until your mind accepts what your heart still doubts. It is about something far more foundational. It is about returning to the moment, the energetic moment, not necessarily the literal one. When you first decided that love was something you had to justify your right to receive. When you first placed a condition on your own heart, a barrier between your inherent value and the love you sought. When you first looked at yourself through the eyes of someone who didn't know how to see you fully and mistook their limitation for your truth. It's like inheriting someone else's poor eyesight and believing the world is truly that blurry. That moment created a frequency, and that frequency has been broadcasting ever since. Like a radio signal that continues to transmit even after the station has changed its programming, drawing toward you relationships that confirm the belief rather than dissolve it. Not because the universe is cruel, but because your signal calls to it what matches it. The law of attraction, when influenced by a core wound, becomes a magnet for what reinforces the wound itself. And until the signal changes, the pattern repeats. Different face, same lesson, same ache, a recurring dream you cannot seem to wake from. When this key turns, when you genuinely begin to inhabit the knowing that you do not earn love, that you do not perform for love, that your worthiness is not a variable but a constant, an intrinsic quality of your being, like the light within a star, the entire energetic field around your heart begins to recalibrate. The old broadcast is replaced by a new signal. You stop shrinking. You stop auditioning. You stop scanning every interaction for signs that you are enough. You cease the desperate search for external validation, the constant performance review, and in that stillness, in that quiet solidity of self-recognition, something extraordinary happens. You become legible, to yourself first. your own soul finally understands the language of your heart. And then to the one who is always meant to find you, your divine counterpart will see you, truly see you, for the first time. The second key is what can be called the mirror recognition, and this one will rearrange something inside you if you are ready to let it. Your divine counterpart is not arriving to complete you. That is one of the most beautiful and most damaging myths that has ever been told about sacred union. The idea that there is someone out there who holds the missing piece of your soul, and that until they arrive, you are somehow fractured. This myth paints you as a broken vessel, waiting for its missing shard. That myth is not love. That myth is dependency dressed in spiritual language, a gilded cage of codependency. Your counterpart is arriving to reflect you, to stand in front of you and show you, with their presence, their depth, their own healed and healing nature, exactly what you have already become. They are not the destination. They are the evidence, the proof of the inner work you have already done, the fears you have already faced, the love you have already learned to give yourself, and the quiet moments when no one was watching and no one was validating, and you chose yourself anyway. They are the mirror that shows you the radiant, whole being you have already cultivated within. This is why premature union so often collapses. Two souls find each other before the inner work is complete, and instead of mirrors, they become wounds for each other, reflecting back not their healing, but their unresolved pain. They are two fractured pieces trying to mend each other, only deepening the breaks. The sacred template of divine union cannot hold in a vessel that has not yet been prepared to carry it. A delicate vase cannot withstand being filled with boiling water if it has not been tempered. When this key turns, you stop looking for your counterpart to save you from yourself. You stop projecting your own healing needs onto another. You start looking at yourself with the tenderness you would offer them. You begin to offer yourself the compassion and understanding you have been seeking externally. And in doing so, you become the kind of presence that a truly awakened soul can recognize and safely move toward. You become a beacon, radiating a frequency that naturally attracts what is aligned with it. The third key is the karmic release, and this may be the one that asks the most of you, because it requires you to look honestly at the connections you are still holding, energetically, emotionally, spiritually, that were never designed to be permanent. Every soul on this path has them. Relationships that were karmic agreements, contracts made at a soul level to learn specific lessons, heal specific wounds, complete specific cycles. Think of them as soul-level internships, designed for a particular curriculum. Some of them were romantic, some were friendships, some were family bonds that carry generational pain across lifetimes into this one. All of them served their purpose, like stepping stones across a river. And many of them are finished. Their lesson is complete, their contract fulfilled. But the energetic cords remain. Long after the relationship ends in the physical world, the connection lives on in the subtle body, pulling at your attention, influencing your choices, quietly occupying space in your heart that belongs to something new. These are like phantom limbs, still feeling sensations that are no longer physically present. And your divine counterpart cannot fully enter a heart that is still furnished with the energy of those who have already departed, like a grand ballroom filled with lingering guests from a previous party. This release is not about hatred or blame or the performance of forgiveness you do not yet feel. It is about honest recognition. It is about sitting with the full weight of what a relationship was, not what you wished it had been, not the version you reconstructed to be kinder or more logical than it was, but what it actually was. It is about seeing the truth, unvarnished, and then, from that honesty, choosing to set it down. Not because they deserve it, but because you do. You release it for your own liberation, for the spaciousness it creates within your soul. When this key turns, you will feel something shift in your chest. A lightness, an opening, a strange grief mixed with relief. Because part of you has been holding that weight for so long that releasing it feels like losing something familiar, like saying goodbye to a longtime companion. But what you are losing is the burden, and what you are gaining is space. Space for new energy, new connections, new love to flow in. The fourth key is the divine timing surrender. And for the souls who came here to act, to create, to move through the world with intention and agency, This key is often the hardest to accept, because it asks you to stop pushing, not out of passivity, not out of resignation, but out of a deep and rooted trust in the intelligence of what is being orchestrated on your behalf. It's about surrendering the reins to a divine chauffeur who knows the destination perfectly. The universe is not delaying your union to punish you. It is not withholding your sacred connection because you are undeserving or because something has gone wrong. It is holding the conditions, all of the conditions, including the ones that involve your counterpart's own journey, their own healing, their own readiness, until every element of what needs to be in place actually is. The cosmic clock is ticking with perfect precision, and your forcing does not accelerate that. It disrupts it. It sends a frequency of lack, of urgency, of scarcity. And those frequencies do not attract divine love. They repel it. Trying to force a flower to bloom before its season will only damage its delicate petals. When this key turns, you begin to understand that your role is not to manage the timing. Your role is to be so fully, so richly, so completely yourself, so alive in your own becoming, that when the moment arrives, you are not waiting for it. You are already there. You are the vibrant, fully bloomed flower, ready to receive the sun. The fifth key is the magnetic embodiment. This is where everything shifts. Not in your mind, not in your strategy, in your body. In the way you walk into a room, in the way you speak about yourself when no one is asking you to perform, in the quiet, settled, unshakable sense of your own value that requires no external confirmation because it is sourced from within. It is the deep, resonant hum of your own soul's magnificence. Divine love does not respond to desperation. It does not respond to longing that is laced with fear. It responds to resonance, to the specific, irreplaceable frequency of a soul that has done the work, claimed its worth, released its karmic weight, surrendered its timeline, and is now simply, radiantly, unmistakably itself. It's like a tuning fork, vibrating at a pure, clear note, capable of resonating with its identical counterpart. When this key turns, you stop broadcasting need. You stop sending out signals of emptiness. You start broadcasting signal, and signal, true signal, heart-sourced and soul-encoded, travels across dimensions. It finds what it is meant to find, and what it is meant to find it in return. You become a lighthouse, drawing ships to your shore. The sixth key, and this one holds a particular kind of grace, is the separation wisdom. Because many of you are in it right now. The distance, the silence, the space between where you are and where the love you feel in your bones has not yet physically appeared. And that space feels like failure only if you have misread what it is. It is a crucible, not a dead end. Separation in the context of divine union is not absence. It is preparation. It is the sacred pause between the moment your soul recognized the contract and the moment the physical world catches up to what has already been agreed at the level of energy and consciousness. During this time, both souls are being shaped. Both are being refined. Both are being asked to face what cannot be faced with the comfort of another person present, because some growth can only happen in solitude. It is the blacksmith's forge, where the sword is tempered. The loneliness you feel in this space is real. It is not spiritual bypassing to acknowledge that it hurts. It hurts because it matters, and things that matter are worth the cost of completion. The sting of the wound is a testament to the significance of what is being prepared. When this key turns, you stop experiencing the gap as a void and begin experiencing it as a vessel being filled with self-knowledge, with strength, with the quiet confidence of someone who has sat with themselves long enough to know exactly who they are. You are not empty. You are being prepared to hold something even greater. The seventh and final key is the reunion readiness. And this is perhaps the most profound truth of the entire transmission. Your counterpart cannot enter a door that is locked from your side. No amount of their readiness, their longing, their own completed work will matter if the door within you remains closed. And the door is not closed out of stubbornness. It is closed out of protection, out of the accumulated wisdom of a heart that has been hurt enough times to know how to guard itself. It is a fortress built of past pain. But a guarded heart cannot receive. It can survive. It can function. It can even experience moments of joy and connection. But the full, unobstructed river of sacred union, cannot flow through a heart that is still braced for impact. It is like trying to pour water into a cup that is already full to the brim. Reunion readiness is the integration of everything that came before it. It is worthiness embodied. It is the karmic weight released. It is the divine timing trusted. It is the magnetic signal activated. And it is, most essentially, the conscious, deliberate, daily choice to keep the door open, even when it is frightening. Even when it is frightening. Even when the old stories rise to tell you that opening is dangerous. Even when every previous experience of vulnerability left you more wounded than whole. It is the conscious decision to step out of the fortress and into the open sky. You choose open anyway. Not because you are naive, but because you are ready, because the love you are preparing for is worth the risk, and because you have learned that true strength lies not in closing yourself off, but in daring to be seen. Here is what the Arcturian field of consciousness wants every soul on this path to understand at the deepest level they are capable of receiving right now. You are not waiting for love to find you because love has forgotten you. You are not living in this ache because something has gone wrong in your story. You are living through the most precise, most intentional, most cosmically designed preparation that could possibly be arranged for a soul of your frequency and your depth. This is not a delay. It is a divine sculpting, a meticulous crafting of your soul. Every relationship that ended left you more to find. Each ending was a chisel stroke, carving away what was not essential, revealing the pure form beneath. Every heartbreak that collapsed you rebuilt you differently, more honest, more boundaried, more real. Like a phoenix rising from the ashes, transformed and renewed. Every moment of loneliness sharpened your capacity to recognize what you are actually seeking, so that when it arrives, you will not mistake it for something lesser. You will not settle. You will not accept the counterfeit simply because it appears before the genuine. You have refined your palate for true soul nourishment. You were not abandoned by love. You were being made ready for it. Your periods of solitude were not punishments, but rather sacred apprenticeships, and the love that is coming. The connection that is already written, already moving through the coordinates of time and experience toward this exact version of you, is not ordinary. It will not feel like what you have known before. It will feel like recognition, like finally exhaling a breath you did not know you had been holding for years. Like looking at someone and understanding at a cellular level that your soul has always known this face, even if your eyes have never seen it. It will feel like coming home to yourself, reflected in another. That is what is waiting, not someday, not eventually, now. In the sense that all of your work, all of your healing, all of your willingness to keep the door open is creating the conditions for it actively, continuously. In every moment you choose love over fear, truth over comfort, openness over armor. The future is not a distant land. It is a garden you are tending with every conscious choice. Tonight, before you sleep, place your hand on your heart, not as a ritual, as a conversation, a deep communion with the core of your being, and say this to the part of you that has carried the weight of the waiting. I see you. I honor how long you have held this. I am not rushing you. I am not shaming you. I am here, and I am ready. Let the love that belongs to us in. This is an invitation, a sacred decree to the universe and to yourself. If something in this message reached inside you and moved something that has been still for a long time, do not keep it to yourself. Someone in your life is carrying the same weight you were carrying before this transmission found you. Share it. Give them what was given to you today. And if you felt the soul nudge, you know the one. Subscribe. Stay in the current of what is being activated here. We are not done. We are just beginning. You are not just watching. You are healing. This is your sacred space. And the love you came here to know is not a dream. It is a frequency. And you are already broadcasting it.